Hi, I'm Mark Crea, CEO of Feed My Starving Children. I want to thank you for joining us. I'm just so grateful that you're here to help us continue to feed God's kids. You know, COVID-19 is affecting everyone, all of us. My prayers are for all of you as you deal with this virus. For us here at Feed My Starving Children, it has just been devastating. Because of COVID-19, we closed all of our packing, all the volunteer packing at our sites and our mobile packing events stopped. And that means 30 million meals a month are not getting produced. That's 135 million meals between now and the end of July. Those are meals for people who just desperately need this food. It also means that our warehouses right now are empty. If you look behind me, there's no food in any of our warehouses. We've been moving quickly to change that. Within 9 days of stopping our volunteer packing, we were producing meals through machine packing. This started at a few thousand meals a day, but we are now building up our machine packing to the point where we hope to have 15 million meals a month. That's only half of what we need, but it is well on our way to getting some food back to our partners. The problem is machine packing costs us 5 cents a meal more to use machines rather than have the volunteers come in and produce these meals. So we need your help to pay for those meals between now and then. We're turning over every stone. We're finding new ways to produce these meals. We're working with the Department of Corrections and inmates at the Faribault prison to pack FMSC meals. You know, our partners are telling us nothing else matters but this food.
Hi everybody, I'm here in Eswatini, Africa, and I'm here to talk to you about what's happening here. As we all know, there's a global pandemic of COVID-19, and it hasn't hit here yet as it has in the US and other parts of the world, but we're bracing for it, really. I'm standing here at Kutsala Artisans, and we had approximately 85 people working here that all have been sent home. They've been locked down by government. Eswatini has the highest HIV rate in the world, and we have estimated 70% of the population has active or inactive tuberculosis. We also suffer from severe malnutrition here, and all of those things is just the perfect storm for a pandemic like this to come in and wipe out the nation. We had our first death yesterday, and it's like just holding your breath in the middle of a hurricane. So I want to show you where we work here at Kutsala, and it's kind of a sad and bleak situation because it's empty. We can't employ anyone, and we don't have programs here in the country. We don't have safety nets here. There's no unemployment insurance. There's no food banks for people to go to and get food. There's no support system for our Swazis. And while lots of people in the US live paycheck to paycheck, our Swazis most certainly do, because their monthly income is around $100, and we pay very fairly here at Kutsala and on Project Kanan. So on March 27th, when they got their pay last month, they all went to town. They all bought all the food they could with their pay for the month of April. But payday will come at the end of this month, and there won't be a paycheck for 169 people that work on the farm here, 85 of them being at Kutsala Artisans. So what does that mean? It means that there's literally no food for them to feed their children. There's no food for them to feed themselves, or there's no food to send home to maybe their grandmother or their mother who is staying back at the homestead. I mean, no food. They don't have refrigerators. They don't have pantries that, like mine, that I was able to go into town and buy food and put it in my pantry. They don't have such a thing here. And nutrition is such a critically important part of the health of beating something like a COVID-19. If you're immune suppressed, you're not eating well, it just escalates the problem. About 2 weeks ago, I got a call from the doctor from Baylor Pediatric AIDS Clinic, and they care for all of the children in the country who are HIV positive or fighting AIDS, and they provide treatment for them for free. We have 18 children who are HIV positive, and so every 30 days we have to take the children in religiously. They take their treatment at 7 a.m. and 7 p.m. and food, good food, is an important part. In fact, it's a critical part of them taking their medication and doing well. So I got a call from the doctor at Baylor Pediatric AIDS Clinic, and she said, Janine, you mustn't bring your children here. You mustn't bring them to the clinic. And I could hear her voice shaking, and I said, are you okay, Dr. Lamini? And she said, I'm freaking out. She said, I have 2 children, both of them are asthmatic. I've sent them away to live with their grandparents, but we are freaking out here because we don't know what's coming, but we know it's going to be bad. So I want to encourage everyone to really hear, this is a different level of problem. Often 10, 11, 12-year-old children are going into Baylor on their own for their monthly visit, and they're emaciated. They don't have food at home. So Manapack is being handed out by Baylor, by the doctors there. So we've taken in a lot more food this last trip that we went in so that they can distribute more food to the children and try to increase their nutrition. I'm here today to ask you to please, 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 more than ever, Feed My Starving Children needs you, because when we open this up again, when we have people back to work again, which could be a month, it could be 2 months, it could be 3 months. We don't know how long this is going to last. It could be 6 months. But we know that in 6 months from now, we will have lost a tremendous portion of our entire population. I just want to say thank you for your support. We really need you now more than ever. I'd like you to think, how can you help? Dig deep, maybe figure out how much money that you would have spent eating out this month. Maybe that's something you would consider giving. Maybe you would consider a larger gift. But we need food. We at Heart for Africa are about hunger, orphans, poverty, and education, which is hope. And hope can't be canceled. We can't cancel hope. So please help us. Thank you.
You've heard from both Mark and Janine here today about the need that there is around the world. This COVID-19 pandemic is really causing us to have to dig deep and ask you for some additional help. Would you step up right now? Would you consider going to fmsc.org and making a donation? Simply click on the donate button, or if it's easier, text FEED to 77977, FEED to 77977 right now. Every dollar will help us to feed more of God's kids around the world. We cannot do this without your support. Our prayers are that this would end quickly and we'd get back to the packing room where we could be putting these meals together. But until then, your financial support is desperately needed. Thank you so much.